Hello my friends, and welcome back to more Let's Play Gran Turismo 2. This is Sky Hurricane, and hope you're having a super awesome blessed day. In the last part we did the Nissan manufacturer races, or one make races, whatever you want to call them. And now we're going to do the Rome 2-hour endurance race. And out of all the cars that I could choose in my garage, I have so many that would easily win that race. But I want to go ahead and go to Renault, because I'm going to show this baby off. Because the Space F1, however you say it, it is a baby, man. The world's fastest minivan, up to 800 horsepower, F1. So I guess literally they took an F1 engine and put it into the this minivan. Of course, they did a lot of other modifications, but yeah, it's pretty. Top speed was close to 200 miles per hour. Seeing this mad machine on circuit was like watching a sped up movie. This bus F1 was only driven in anger on a few occasions and now rests in Renault's museum. It's good to know that there once was a minivan that could haul more than groceries. Oh, so we're going to buy this baby and we're going to put it to the test. And of course it needs no tuning or anything. Actually, I don't think you can really tune it, but yeah, that was a lot of credits, but you know, it'll be good. I feel like I really have to show this off. I mean, because it is such a unique car, and this is the only Gran Turismo that this car is in, so I don't think it's in GT2 or GT3, 4, 5, or 6, so we definitely want to get our tires of choice here. And so I think I am gonna modify this just a little. Lower the ride height a little bit. Even though it already pretty much was low. Can you hear the evil dolls in the background? They're getting it today. Getting it. And I'm going to change this. I'm going to bring it down to 20. And we really do want to have good downforce, so I think an 80 probably should be pretty good. Alright, let's do this. So 2 hours of Rome. Now I did oversleep, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to get very much today, and I'm definitely only going to be able to do this once. But if I don't get the car that I want, I probably will do it a second time later. But I don't know. I mean, it just depends. But yeah, they're definitely faster than me, despite the 800 horsepower. For some reason I can't drive. One thing I noticed is I can't hardly drive and talk at the same time. But yeah, I overslept after recording the last part till 3:30 last night. But I intended to try to get up, you know, after 7 hours of sleep or so. So I'd have time to do a lot more, but nope, I overslept big time. Overslept like 2 in the afternoon, which is something I never do. But apparently I did it now. Come here, Ford GT40. That was another car that I had in my garage I could have used. I could have used the GT1, used the GT40. Could use the Mazda RX-7 LM Edition. So many things I could have used, you know. This does corner really well, though. Yeah, especially for a minivan. Of course, you know, it being so heavy, the tires probably will wear out a little faster than they would with a small car. Like the GT40 or something. But yeah, this is really cool. I mean, it's really nice that they put this in this game. So pretty much all we have to do in this game after is, I think in the next part, I want to do the final one make races, which will be for Honda. And then after that we got the Rally and the GT500, and yeah, they're pretty much about done. The final endurance race, Grand Valley Speedway. So I think what I want to do on this is I want to pit, since it's time by hours, not by the amount of laps. Even though it says 99 laps, you're not necessarily going to do 99 laps. You're only going to do however many laps you get done in 2 hours. So if you only get 88 laps done, then the race wins at 88 laps. If you only get 93 laps done, the race wins. You know, after it turns 2 hours, whatever lap you're on, that's the last lap you do. Now, there was one time that I used the Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak, and I actually did do all 99 laps with that before the 2 hours was up. And I believe the race just ended at 2 hours. I'm just going off memory. It's been so many years. I did that when I was a teenager, so I don't really know. I don't really remember 100%. But I actually would like to, if I don't get this the first time, I'm considering getting that car, because I'm thinking I'm going to get it anyway. Although I thought about getting the Cultus to make it a little more of a challenge for the Rally, but not really much more. The Cultus really isn't near as good though as the Escudo. The only thing is, almost everybody just picks the Escudo. They don't even give the Cultus any love. Well, we can't have that. But then again, if I was going to show what I was talking about, the only way to do that would be with the Escudo, because it is superior. So I'm thinking, since it's since this lap goes by, since this race goes by time and not by how many laps you're doing, then I think, regarding pit stops, I think I'll pit after like 20 minutes or 15 minutes. You know, whatever 120 is divisible by, which would be 15 or 20. Or even 24, but I don't know. I don't know how long these tires are going to go. Yeah, this definitely isn't the fastest thing, because like the GT1, I probably would have gotten up to 180. Or the Speed 12, I would have exceeded 200, you know. But it has really good stability, especially with the suspension settings and downforce and everything. It can be a little spin happy with the default settings, so you gotta be careful. But modifying the damper and everything should decrease that likelihood. It drives really nicely. Renault Espace. Been taking these curves at pretty decently high speeds. Ouch. Ouch, that hurt. Yeah, the engine is actually in the middle, so that'd be weird having the engine under, you know, inside the van. You know, where normally you would have seats, you know, for passengers to ride. It's kind of funny. The tires still holding up good because we've only done 5 laps. They should. Of course, we're dominating opposition, but no matter what car we pick, we would be doing that, I'm sure. Unless we picked like that Fiat 500, you know. That would make an interesting race. Nah, I would just get crazy on that. Or like if I chose the Toyota Vitz, I probably would be keeping up with them, but I just wouldn't be able to pass them. Hey now, hey. Messing up some of these curves. Should probably switch to this view before I get to this curvy section. Unless I did that last curve really well, which kind of made up for it. My rear tires are wearing out faster, it seems. Shoot. Seems like my light is flickering, which is a little bit scary. Yeah, I do have to go to work this afternoon, so I have like literally 2 hours and 20 minutes till I have to go to work. Or 2 hours and 10 minutes. It's like a 10-minute drive. So yeah, I had just enough time to do this race. Just enough time. Come on, Espace. Espace, whatever you say. In the comments, y'all can tell me how to pronounce it. People tell me how to pronounce stuff all the time, so I don't get offended. I'm used to it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite cars in this game. I know I keep saying one of my favorite cars a lot. I say that all the time, but seriously, it is just, it's so unique, you know. Of course, I could also use the Celica Rally car. I love that car as well. And it actually probably would do better than this, honestly. Because actually in an off recording, you know, when I wasn't recording kind of off screen, I tested up. Usually Red Rock Valley is like my test track, because I've done it so many times that I know what times I've gotten with certain cars. I memorize them. And I actually got like the same time with the Celica Rally car as I got with this. And of course, you know, I got like a better time with the Mazda RX-7 LM Edition, and the Subaru LM Edition got a really good time. A lot better time. So, you know, definitely other cars that I could have chosen, but the FTO LM Edition probably would be better, even though it's, you know, a lot of these other special models are cheaper than this, but you just can't beat this car's uniqueness. I mean, it's a minivan that can haul more than groceries. Yeah, I think of the McLaren GT1 or McLaren F1 race car. It's in a lot of the later Gran Turismos. So I guess this must have like a similar engine. Okay, so almost 11 minutes. Yeah, I'm thinking probably could go 20 minutes. We'll see how we're looking at 15 minutes though. You definitely have to be careful when those rear tires mess up, because then you get to where it's difficult to control the car. And if the front tires mess up, you have to worry about oversteer, or understeer, I mean. So all those can be issues. Oh my golly. I think that's the closest I ever came to spinning. Ouch. Yeah, 15 minutes, I don't know. It's gonna be hard to say. 120 though, it's not gonna divide by, I'm trying to do this in my head. I don't think it's gonna divide by 16, 17, 18, or 19. 120 divided by 18. I don't think it will. I don't even think 120 divides by 9, so it's definitely not going to divide by 18. Just think of those divisibility rules and the math teacher in you. Because that's the thing when I do these endurance races. That's like one of the key things is I want to get as much out of my tires as I can. It's like one of your key endurance. One of the key things that you want to do is conserve tires and get as much out of your tires as you can. Alright, so we're catching up to somebody here. It's probably going to be a bad lap though. Probably a 115 or a 116 even. Surely this isn't the Vector M12 LM edition. That's a good car. Looks like it is though. It being last though, it's another 2 million credit car. And I think it's superior to this. Of course, you know, the Vector M12 itself, you know, not the LM edition version, but I showed just how good that car was on Apricot Hill Speedway. And even Red Rock Valley. The GT All-Stars race is able to win that. Yeah, I can't believe you, M12. Can't believe you're last. Kind of weird, the M12 is a 2 million credit car. Like the GT40 is a 1 million credit car. Almost sounds like I'm saying credit card. No D on the end, my friends. No D. What is this? Is this the Venturi? Well, I should have pitted if I was going to go 15 minutes. I think we can go 20 though. My lap times are definitely all getting worse though. And sure enough, this is the Venturi, another 2 million credit car. Wow. So that's 5th place. They're all pretty close though, of course they're all really good cars. It's amazing how good that GT40 does, but that GT40 is kind of wild and can be a little difficult to control. I don't think it's bad on this track though, except for that hairpin there. We have 2 red cars. Is this 2 GT1s or is it? Almost has to be. Oh wow, we got this car up to 180. Of course it kind of messes up for that curve, but come here, GT1. How dare you try to outrun my minivan? Oh gosh, I can't steer worth a hoot when I'm behind somebody. So that was 4th place. I bet this is another GT1. Probably just a different year model. Because it looks like the paint design's a little different. Okay, steer, baby doll, steer. Okay. So wow, the GT40 really is killing them on this. That is very weird. Very unexpected. Considering, you know, it's beating the cheapest car is beating all the more expensive cars. Oh great, let's screw that up, why don't we? Let's just screw that up real good. My front tires still aren't bad, so understeer isn't too much of an issue, but gotta be a little more leery of oversteer with those rear tires getting so bad. So yeah, if we're pitting every 20 minutes, then that would be probably gonna get one more lap done. That'd be like 6 pit stops. And it looks like we may get 16 times 6 is, what's 16 times 6? 16 times 3 is 48, so 16 times 6 is 96. I highly doubt we're going to get 96 laps done. That seems like an awful lot. But who knows? We are 1/6 of the way through this race, and come here for GT40, and you're doing very good. Oh wow, I kind of slid around that. Yeah, definitely not handling the best right now. I don't think I could have picked a better time or a later time to make a pit stop. Oh my gosh. Yeah, those rear tires are done. Dang it, that sucked. So I'll have to note to be extremely cautious on that last lap. Whether it be on lap 32 or 31, whenever it ends up being. They're all passing us. Except for this last guy. So they're all able to go longer, but they're all lighter too. Except for the Vector M12, I think he pitted, didn't he? Honestly, really, I should have pitted on that lap prior. But really, our laps were all pretty good up until the very end of that last lap. So I think it's all right. I think our method's going to be fine. I think it's going to be all right. I actually could have taken that full throttle if I just had the right driving line. Oh wow, I really flew around that corner. Come on, Renault. Oh gosh, why am I hitting that like an idiot? Because I'm an idiot. That's why. Poor Sky, gosh. Everybody knows this. Here are the two GT1s. Slow down just for good measure. Yeah, some other cars you might see in this race would be like the. Sometimes you'll see the Jaguar XJ220, which is another one of my favorite cars. I don't say that all the time, but it really is. And I kind of feel bad that I didn't show that car off at all in this game, but in this playthrough. I'm understeering because I'm behind you, gosh. But I will definitely show it off in Gran Turismo 3, so I don't feel so bad on that. It actually probably had more use in that playthrough than this one. Because there are just so many other cars to show off in this playthrough that aren't even in the third game, so. And then I think you might see the Lister Storm V12 sometimes. Maybe the Audi TTL edition, I think it sometimes is in this. Maybe the Opel Calibra touring car or the Alfa Romeo 155. I don't know if they're in this one or not. I know they're in the Rome, not the Rome, but the Special Stage Route 5 endurance race. But I don't know if they're in this one. Wait to handle that, Sky. Wait to handle that. Look at that. I should have got 113 on that. Like, now you're going to get in my way and mess me up. Oh, it's just the third lap in a row that I messed that up. 2 of the 3 laps, though, have been because of y'all. Where's the GT40? Oh, it must have pitted already. Okay. Yeah, the GT1's going to be able to go further. I think it actually is lighter, believe it or not. I think it's pretty amazing how good the GT40 really was doing. It's going to be another bad lap. So needless to say, I didn't really get to use these tires very well to try to go for a good lap. Try to go for best lap record or anything like that. Another 115. We're doing better this time, though. One last grasp at a good lap time. Let's try it. At least for this set of tires. Of course, we'll have many more chances as this very long race progresses. I should have been able to take that faster. At least on my next pit stop, I won't have to worry about all them, I don't think. I might have to worry about one of them, maybe the Vector. But most of them I shouldn't have to worry about. Yay, best lap. We did it. We did do a little improvement. See how we can do on this lap. Tires are still good. Yeah, that hairpin's where you got to be really careful. No matter what car you use. It's like that Audi TTL edition, you know, it's four-wheel drive, and the Scudo, as good as it is, you have to be careful even with those cars on that. The hairpin could be pretty rough. Whoa. If you didn't understeer there, Van, we might have another good lap. Still, it's a good lap anyway, but I think that hitting that wall cost me the half a second I needed to get a best time. Blame it all on you, Van. Blame it all on you. Yeah, I'm really excited to be nearing the end of this, as fun as it's been. But I really look forward to Gran Turismo 3, and then of course, you know I look forward to Gran Turismo 4. At least you do know that if you paid much attention to these LPs. You know, I greatly look forward to 4. Yeah, I know we're not going to get a best lap here because our rear tires are going down in a hurry. Although we did take that curve better. Yeah, we had 54 seconds on that Sector 3, so I knew that was right off the bat, that wasn't going to be as good. Yeah, we messed that up. Kind of ruins it for this lap. Pretty much what I'll be doing for 2 hours. How good of a lap time can I get? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm probably boring y'all to death if anybody's watching this. Sound of the beautiful engine. Look at all those RPMs, golly. Red line's at 15 to 16,000 RPMs. That is just crazy. Crazy. Well, I was definitely wrong because I'm apparently catching them all faster than I thought. Ah, why did I keep messing that up? I did so good like the first 14 laps, 15 laps. Yeah, it looks like I am going to have to mess with all these again. And then after I pit, I'll have to mess with them again. It looks to be how this is going to go. Which is unfortunate. They're all still stuck very close, though. Very close. Yeah, gotta be careful on this track about getting on that little edge on, because you can lose control depending on what car you're driving. 115, we're already going down that much. At least we did that correctly. Let's try not to mess that up anymore. Let's try. We probably will be able to get like 95 or 96 laps done, which is more than I was expecting. Oh my gosh, car. Really, car. How freaking beautiful. Seriously. Golly, that was just stupid. I did not expect nor give you permission to do that. So it cost us like 4 seconds. Which ain't too bad. Some races I've lost a lot more than that. Which I know probably if I were to drive a little less aggressively, I might be able to make my tires last a little longer. So it's only the second time we spun out, and it was really from something stupid. But you do have to be careful on those hairpins, as I said earlier. Usually this is the one that gets me though. Not this one right here. But yeah, like right there, this changes in elevation from the apex. It can really mess you over. And I think if I didn't mess with the suspension a little bit, that would be even worse. Here, GT1. And just to think, after I pit, I'm going to have to mess with y'all yet again. Which is such a joy. Okay, at least let's make it quick. He didn't inhibit me at all, so that's nice. At least this time around. Better safe than sorry. Thing is, when you understeer around that corner and then you hit that wall, that's when you oversteer. So understeer can lead to oversteer. Which I know doesn't make too much sense, but it can. Good old Rome circuit. Which I know I said this before, but it's kind of weird that they changed. I think they took Rome circuit completely out of GT4. And then they put one back in GT5, but it was a different Rome. And why is this Rome circuit different than Rome 9? I guess Rome has 2 tracks. And they're both named after Rome, but really only this one was ever used for anything. This one was used a lot, whereas Rome 9 was never used. Oh yeah, you're messing me up and blaming it all on you, GT1. You're why I can't steer. See if I can at least draft here. You're not gonna slow me down. Yeah, you are, I guess. Yeah, you are. Dang it. mean, this car really will draft really nicely. Pass you without too much trouble. Yep, the GT1 or GT40 is still leading the pack, isn't it? This is the first time I noticed that the AI are all getting spread out. All spread out. Man, they weren't spread out hardly at all till recently. So it looks like we're still going to get up to lap 32 before having the pit. So I'm really going to have to watch it on that 32nd lap. Really gonna have to watch it. So my rear tires are getting bad, and as you saw what happened last time, that can spell bad things. Seems kind of weird though, is every time I'm needing a pit, that's when I'm catching back up to the GT40. So I probably will catch him on the next lap, barring something stupid and unexpected happen. Oh wow, 54, that's pretty good for that sector. Of course, with my tires being worse, this isn't going to be any blockbuster time. But I guess for considering how late it is, you know, with these tires, yeah, that's not a bad time for this, for being so long with this set of tires. Oh yeah, pass you on the inside. You're not going to inhibit me at all. Yeah, that's the biggest thing with these first few laps here, like, well, laps 17, 18, and 19, I really let the AI mess me up, as I had to pass them back, which I will have to pass them all back again. But maybe not as bad, because I'm actually getting further ahead of the GT40. Maybe it won't be too bad. Yeah, we gotta be careful here, though. Remember what happened last time. Oh yeah. A little carefulness goes a long way, though. Had to get me a drink there. So it looks like at 41 minutes is when we're gonna, it's a little less than 41 minutes. There goes the GT1. Okay, but at least that's only 2 cars versus all 4 out of 5 of them. The only one that didn't pass me last time was the Victor. So that's better, I suppose. I think we should be able to get a 95 to 96 laps done. I think we should be able to do it. With each set of tires, it's kind of funny. I spun out one time with each set. Of course, the first time was on the very, very last lap of that set. at the very last corner. I didn't realize just how susceptible they were. Well, that was stupid. That was very stupid. So now I'm going to catch you on a not good spot to catch you. So he very likely will inhibit me. Dang it. Ugh, I knew it. Little GT1, why? Oh well, at least I got you done. At least I got you done. Yeah, be careful in that hairpin. I think one reason I don't find that second curve as bad is because you've already slowed down so much for the first curve. But still, in all honesty, I don't think it's as sharp either. Probably catch the GT40 on the next lap. But that was just retarded. That was too. We can do better than that, Sky. Come on, brand new set of tires. And we're not getting anything out of them. Oh man, we're close to overlapping the Vector again. The GT40 is close to getting him. At least I am. I would have liked to actually show the Vector LM race car and the Venturi, because those are also two cars that you never see again in the series. And dang, I don't think I showed Venturi off at all. Not at all. At least I did show the Vector M12 off on a couple of races. So that was something. I didn't show Venturi off at all. There's just as many races as there are in this game. You know. And I showed off quite a few, gotta say. You just only can do so much without having to redo everything multiple times. The Venturi is a very good car. It's better than this van here, I gotta say. Which is not too much of a surprise, I'm sure. I don't think it's quite as good as the GT1. Of course, you know, this race kind of shows that, as the GT1 AI are beating the Venturi. But, of course, then again, the GT40 AI is beating the GT1, and I don't think the GT40 is better than the GT1, in my opinion. Which means nothing, of course. It really doesn't. Well, that was a decent lap. Wasn't the best, but it was decent. So yeah, we're getting close to there's the Vector. And then after passing him, we won't have anybody for a while. Be interesting to see if by lap 48 I actually pass the GT40, or if I lap the whole pack one more time. It seems like they're so spread out, it'd be more difficult to do. Hey now, hey. Be nice. But yeah, in the Grand Valley Speedway Endurance, I plan on showing off another really cool car. But I also never showed off RUF. But I know I'll be doing that in Gran Turismo 3, so. There'll be more opportunities to show those off. And the Gran Turismo 4 as well. But like the Venturi, it never really returned, so. And neither does the Suzuki Cultus. Whereas the Escudo does. So of course I'm thinking about using the Cultus. Also because nobody really ever uses it, but it's definitely inferior though to the Escudo. It's a pretty good lap. Not bad. I think we're doing better with this set of tires than we did with the last set. Try to use this view for a little while. Or maybe I should when the tires get a little worse. Just don't do as well with that view. Pretty cool. This is a city track, but it doesn't have a lot of really sharp corners, you know, like you would expect a lot of city tracks too. Like Seattle is just filled with really tight corners. And then like in Gran Turismo 4 you have London, the London track, which really is a very tight track. And in Hong Kong, oh my golly, which I think London and Hong Kong, they don't really appear in, wow, best Latin. They don't really appear in Gran Turismo 5 or 6, I don't think. Man, both of those tracks are just filled with tight little hairpin corners. So at least we passed him while he was in the pit, so he definitely wasn't able to hurt us any. Could be a she, I really don't know. I do not like hitting that wall, especially after what happened once on this race. Notwithstanding the other times that I've done this race with other cars. The GT1s, they really are sticking together, aren't they? As you would expect, since they are the same car after all. A beautiful little van. Well, that sucked. So yeah, at 48 minutes, or 48 laps, I mean, we should be about halfway through this race. Should have broken a little bit later there. Or broken a little more, I meant to say. And not a bad lap. Not a bad lap. Catching up to these knuckleheads. Catching up to them. Oh gosh, wow. I really kind of hit the brakes late there. That definitely wouldn't be a good idea to do when my tires get bad. So how are y'all doing? Hope you're all doing very good. What do y'all think of that GT Sport game that's coming out on PS4? I don't know if I'm going to get it yet. Number one, I don't have a PS4. I haven't really seen any game. There are a few games that I'd kind of like to get, like that new Ratchet and Clank game and a couple others, but I haven't felt too motivated to purchase one yet. But I think obviously if Gran Turismo 7 came out, I probably would. But I don't think that GT Sport game really is going to encourage me too much to get it. Oh wow, this is the GT40. It got passed by the GT1s, but I bet they hadn't pitted yet. Or something. Surely that's what it is. Okay, you're kind of making it difficult for me, GT40. Buddy. Okay, let's draft. Oh yeah. 179. Woo wait. Come on, van, maintain stability. Oh gosh, please don't. Please don't, thank you. Whew. That could have been handled better, but it also could have gone a lot worse. How dare you gain on my minivan like that? So the other GT1's leading. But you know, the GT1s probably will beat the GT40 simply from pit strategy. But of course we'll have to see. But I figure they just hadn't pitted yet. Could be wrong though. I love how I keep just downshifting in third gear randomly. Okay, that sucked. That sprung. Alright. Barely a 115. Which we only have like 3 laps before we need to pit, so. But while we've lapped the pack quite early though, this time around. Yeah, the GT40s just pitted, didn't they? Or at least, no, hold on, the GT1 pitted, I think. Oh my gosh. Oh, see what I mean? When you hit a wall, man, it just screws you over. And that wasn't even the same curve. I did it last time on that curve. So do not hit walls. Word to the wise. It cost me 5 seconds there. Okay, and here's the other GT. I bet this is the GT. Yeah, I had some of the GT1. Yep, it is. I can see. So yeah, it would be cool if I could get far enough ahead to where I won't have to mess with them, with any of them on the next, or after I pit, you know. I have 2 laps to see how far ahead I can get. Now the GT40 is once again second. But I have a feeling that going by pit stops is going to end up going down probably to 4th. Because it pits so much earlier, you know. It isn't really doing that much better lap time wise than the good old GT1s. Oh my gosh, I can't drive. Kind of a funny note, speaking of can't drive. Whenever I was getting my license, when I think I was 16 or 17. I was 17, I believe. When I was getting my actual license. And the only thing I had to take my driver test in was my grandma's van. Which didn't look too much unlike this. It was a Ford Windstar. And the first time I took the test, I'd already passed the written portion and everything, but the first time I took the driving portion of the test, I was really nervous. I did really good, you know. I thought I did pretty good, but I started slowing down for stop signs and stuff a little early and everything. I guess because I was a little nervous having the police officer in there with me and everything. So he ended up not passing me that first time, even though I thought I did a pretty good job. I was really kind of a little disheartened about it, disappointed, you know, obviously. Okay, it's looking like now, since it's already about in an hour, it might only be that I get 94 laps done. So I'd say between 94 and 95. We're definitely not going to get 96 done, though. But the second time I passed the test, the first thing I did, after putting my seatbelt on and all that, of course, after starting the vehicle and starting driving, I knocked over the cones that were right at the start. That was the first thing I did. And I had already decided that I was going to drive a lot more aggressively and stuff, you know, and act like I knew what I was doing. Of course, you know, I obviously know what I was doing if I knocked over a cone. Gosh. But yeah. And he passed me that time, I think because he just didn't want to deal with me anymore. But yeah, that was funny. But yeah, an hour and 1 minute. Careful on this curve here. Alright, so yeah, I'd say 94 to 95 laps is what we'll probably do. Probably more on the line of 94. It's going down all the time, so it might even be 93. Just because there's a couple times I've spun out. I don't think it'd have that much of an effect, though. Oh, come on. I'd like to get out before they caught me. Oh, it's going to pass me. Oh, man, that was, wow, perfect timing. And I even got a little boost from it. Thank you, GT40. I knew we were friends. Except for in that historic car cup. You can be a little ass in that. Especially considering that you had more horsepower than 295. It should not even be eligible to enter that race. And you know, if you try to enter the GT40 in it, it won't even let you, you know. Kind of silly. Yeah, that's very fortunate though that I was able to not have to mess with any of them. Because every time I've gotten out of the pit stop, I've always had to mess with somebody. Well, that kind of sucked. So did that. Golly, Sky, come on. Of course, we all have established by this point that I cannot really drive in this view. Well, I probably should have taken a break. Of course, I can't take a long break because I kind of am in a hurry to get this done because I have to go to work. Yeah, the poor GT40. Yeah, it's a shame it's losing simply on pit strategy. Well, it's still second, but it will end up getting overtaken, I'm sure. But I have to go the few. No, I think the Vector goes the least amount of laps before pitting. Cause I think it only is going 15. Because after I overlapped it, it pitted right after I did. But that was after I'd already overlapped it, so it's a lap down. So it did one less lap. And I did 16 laps. Vector did 15, I did 16. I don't know how many Venturi or any of the other ones are doing. The GT1s, though, are going the farthest. Of course, they're also the lightest weight. So it's not too much of a surprise there. Slow down a little much on that, but exiting speed always is more important anyway, and we had good exiting speed. And good, I'm going to pass you, Vector, while you're in the pit, so I don't have to worry about you either. Dang, I've really been getting kind of lucky on this little round, hadn't I? Getting kind of lucky. A beautiful van. Kind of cool, you know, how this car reminded me of my grandma's van, you know, that she used to have. She doesn't have it anymore. I'm proud of this little minivan beating these Le Mans race cars. I actually initially was going to use the BP Truno for this, and I'm pretty confident that I could have won. It would have been more challenging, and I wouldn't be overlapping them like I am with this, but I know I could have won it. I have done it before, I believe. But I decided to use this, you know, because I haven't showed this off at all. Whereas at least I did the BP Truno, I showed off one lap from each of the 5 GT300 races. which was something, you know. And I just felt I had to show this off. It's just too remarkable not to. So our next pit stop will be on, let's see, what lap? 48 plus 16 is 64. Well, that was a pretty good lap, actually. Getting quite a few 113s. Okay, really? Van, I just don't get you sometimes. What was the point in that? Son makes every set of tires that I've gotten, I've spun out at least once. Well, exactly once. But golly, of course I have 10 laps still to go with this set. It really does suck. Yeah, having the going along the apexes though, you got to be very careful, or else that happens. Still wasn't too horrible of a lap. Not too bad at all. So 55 out of 99. Yeah, it's better if you can to try to avoid the apexes, but of course, you know, like right there, you know, if you avoided it, you wouldn't be getting near as good of a lap time. Okay, whoa. Let's not do that. Golly. Scared me. Scared me. Whew. Car does not like those elevation changes. Yeah, one little minor screw up can really cost you 2 or 3 seconds easily. Even the most minor of mess ups. So who is this? So we got a lot of upcoming traffic. This looks like the Venturi. Because I've already overlapped the Vector. How many times? 4 times? So this is the 4th time for this. Oh, Venturi. How are you going to let a minivan pass you like that? How are you going to do such a thing? What's happening, bro? What's happening? Now that was a much better lap. Much better. Shoot. It's okay, we had to slow down soon anyway. So next I'm guessing we have, well, we have everybody. We have the GT1s and the GT40. Yeah, and when I saw those 2 cars together earlier, I thought it was both the GT1s, but it really was the GT40 and one of the GT1s. Because you'd think since the GT1s are the same performance that they'd be really close, but they're actually kind of spread out a little bit. GT40. Yep, you got passed again, bud. So it looks like we're going to overlap him for the... I think I'm confused. Is this the 4th time or the 5th time? It may be the 5th time for the Vector. I don't know though. Because I know the GT40... The GT1s are like a lap ahead of the Vector, I think. I think they are. Come here, GT1. My van wants to have you for lunch. Seems like this thing will always spin out when I least expect it, you know. It's doing a whole 16 consecutive laps with no spins is just uncalled for. It's like you just can't do it. This is the 99 GT1, I think, which doesn't have all the white on the back. Hey now, don't hit my car. It's rude. Oh man, I don't like hitting that wall. Well, he's definitely costing me some time here. Definitely costing me some time. Oh gosh, I messed that up, didn't I? I messed pretty much that whole lap up. That was just a screwed up lap. And it's a wonder it wasn't worse than 117. We still got the 98 GT1. Or maybe I have those reversed. Maybe that was the 98 and this is the 99. It really matters not. Keep it stable, keep it stable. Alright. Ain't this so fun, y'all? Yeah, along with the Celica rally car, believe it or not, as much as I love Celicas, it probably is my second favorite car in the game. The one that you can win from this is probably my first. And no, I don't know if I want to. I know I said when I do the Laguna Seca 3 times to get the Celica that I would probably not do this. You know, whatever I get, I get. But I really do want that car. But also at the same time, I don't want to do this race 3 times or more. So I'm hoping I get it the first try, but we'll see. You know, I'm not going to make any promises that I'll get it. But we'll see. So we all know how this game can be. It can be pretty pretty mean about giving you the same car over and over again. This hasn't been a bad lap. Of course, I've had nobody to molest me. Molest my beautiful little car. And inhibit. So there is the second placer, which is way ahead of the poor GT40 now. Oh, why must we suck? Why? So that was a second. A whole second already knocked off this lap time. And by knocked off, I really mean added on. I guess I should have said that instead. Oh gosh, not the best time to interact with you, GT1. Not the best time. Because, yeah, your car cannot, when you're behind one of them, your car does not want to turn worth a hoot. Golly, I've lost 3 seconds on this lap. From the beginning and then from all this mess. Oh, GT1, dang. Why don't you go pit or something? Seriously, 5 seconds. I didn't even spin out. Ugh, suck. I think I will go ahead and pit after this lap. We are at 2 hours now. Or we will be, you know, after this lap's over. You held me up for a whole freaking lap, you sucker. Whole lap. You suck. And then he's going to pass me again after I pit. But he'll probably pit before I catch him again, so I probably will pass him next time when he's in the pit stop. Alright. 1 hour and 20 minutes. Come on, Espace. We only have 40 more minutes, baby. We can do it. And golly, y'all all had to pass me, didn't you? Sucks. At least the GT40 didn't. But inevitably, I'm going to have to mess with these little turds again. At least I know I'm going to have to mess with this one. Yeah, I think they're probably going about 20 laps or more before they're pitting. So they should be pretty close to the next pit stop. Oh, in my way. How dare you. Okay, the other one isn't hitting yet. Yeah, in order to avoid copyright stuff and everything, that's why I have the game music so low. So I really can't even hear the game music. It is on, and if you listen really closely, you could probably hear it, but I can't hear it from my TV because it's kind of drowned out by the car noise. Yeah, because almost all that racing music, I'm sure, is copyrighted. I don't know, I could be wrong. I mean, it is in Gran Turismo 6, 5, and 1, so I figured it would be in this game as well. But the only copyright claim at all that I got was from part 1 when I had the intro music. Well, this would have been a really good lap if I didn't screw that up. Would have been very nice. Still was a good lap, but probably could have got sub 113. I would say like a 113 though would definitely be the gold time, if this is like a time trial. Or maybe like 112 900 or something. Like, if you did the license test with this car on this track. I was really hoping to catch you while you were in the pit, but that's not happening, I see. It's kind of unfortunate for me, because you were going to slow me down. Alright, well, we're going to draft you, which is going to help us at the end of this lap. Oh, I did get it. I did get below 113. Yep. I knew it. And it kind of helped us at the end of that lap, but hurts us on the beginning of this lap. Why in the heck won't you pit? Seriously. Pit. At least I got by him real quick this time. You can tell his tires are a lot worse though, because, man, when I encountered him that last time, when my tires were bad and his were good, whew, you could tell there's a difference. Looks like we have the Venturi coming up. I think this is the first time that the GT1's overlapping the Venturi, if I'm not mistaken. Or is this the Vector? Heck if I know. The Vector, I know, has been overlapped by them already. Oh, for some reason I can't drive. Yeah, it's the Vector. So golly, this is the second time. He's 2 laps down from the other ones. Go from such a good lap to such a bad lap. Push you into the wall. I'm so mean. Okay, the GT1 finally pitted. Golly, a lap too late. If only had done that a lap sooner, it would have been less annoying to me. Only 34 more minutes left, y'all. 34 more minutes. So yeah, our next pit stop will be an hour and 40, and it will be our last pit stop. Oh, why? Why do I gotta suck on that? There went the opportunity of this lap. Of course, it is 69 after all. What can you expect? Yeah, that Grand Valley Speedway race probably be just a little less than 2 hours. So it'll probably be about the same length as Laguna Seca. Of course, that does highly depend on what car I use. I was thinking about using like the Mitsubishi Lancer I have. Which if I use that, it might be very close to 2 hours. But if I use something a lot faster, then, you know, an hour and 50 minutes will make a big difference. Oh wow, I'm way out here by myself. I'm so lonely. But worry not, here comes somebody. I'm gonna guess the Venturi or maybe the GT40. We haven't seen either of those in a while. I know the last time I passed the Venturi, I believe it was through the pit. Looks like the GT40, but may be wrong on that. Huh. That was a better lap. Almost a 113. So when should my next pit stop? Oh yeah, it'll be an hour and 40. For some reason I was thinking 72 would be, but no, it would be an 80. That would be the lap. But it'll probably be 79 since I went one less lap last time. So I was actually the Venturi. There. Oh, and we hadn't spun out with this set of tires yet. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Okay. It's completely botched that final corner. Could be worse. I could have spun out. Golly, my little minivan is not playing. Not playing at all. I actually saw through the wall there, I saw one of the other AI on the other side. You kind of can if lined up just right. I think there is a special stage route. I know special stage route 11 was brought back in GT3. Of course, you know, it was discontinued ultimately after that, but I think there even is an endurance race. I can't remember what races there's an endurance race on for GT3. One reason I'm really excited about doing GT3 is because I've never 100%ed it, and it, out of all 6 Gran Turismos, it's probably the one that I played the least. Well, that's not true, because the only playthrough I've ever done of 6 and 5 was the one playthrough I did as an LP. And I've never actually just done a playthrough on my own time, you know. I only done it here for YouTube. So, but yeah, I haven't played GT3 really it really has probably been the least that I played it. So it'd be interesting to see. And I don't remember how difficult the license tests are. I don't remember what tracks. I know seems like there's an endurance race for Super Speedway Tokyo Route 246, which is new in that game. Especially Route 11. And I even think Grand Valley Speedway is, but I may be wrong. But I thought there was an endurance race on every game except GT6 on that track, so. Okay. Oh, I wanted to pass you. Get out of my freaking way. You're not going to mess me up like you did last time. I'd rather get hurt a little bit now than get hurt for a whole lap. Gosh, seriously. Get out of the way. Can't you see this beautiful van coming through? Move it. Move it or lose it. He's kind of going to lose it anyway, but whether he moves it or not. Because I could literally just stay behind him the whole rest of the race and I'd win. Yep, ain't that right? Ain't that right, van? Yeah, put a little space between us and that GT1. I haven't seen the GT40 this time around. I may have passed it while I was in the pit though and I just wasn't paying attention. A lot of times when I get to talking about something I don't pay any attention. Because I highly doubt that next dot over is the GT40. I bet it's probably the Vector or the Venturi. Or both of them, since there's two dots. $75. So yeah, we're not too far from having to pit for our final time. Can't tell with those blue. I think that blue sign said Goodyear, but I'm not 100% sure. Man, these two cars up here are just battling it out, aren't they? They've been together for a while. $115. Not too bad. I'll probably get really close to him on this lap. Yeah, 4 more minutes till we need to pit. Yeah, their endurance races in this game really are easy. Pretty easy. Once you've had as much practice as I have, at least. Unlike in Gran Turismo 6, where they are not even really endurance races. Man, the AI really gets it on those races. Even though most of the other races in the game are super, super easy. A lot of things I just really don't like about Gran Turismo 6, how the computer starts so far ahead of you, and it's like it's always a catch-up game, you know. Whatever happened to all starting at the starting line and all being starting at the exact same place at the same time. I mean, it's like they took the idea from the mission races in Gran Turismo 4, which I like, by the way, and they made the whole game like that, which I think is really silly. It's like every race is a catch-up. But of course the AI sucks so badly that it's always easy to catch up, except on the endurance races. You know, unless you have the right car to do it. And maybe I just suck in that game, I don't know. I can't hardly win those endurance races unless I have a car that's relatively equal with all the others. I mean, like, for example, the Apricot Hill Raceway, which I won with the Ford Focus in this game, which was a lot slower. I wouldn't win with that car in a GT6 on the Apricot Hill Raceway. Of course, you know, you have, I think you're racing, like, racing Audi R8s and stuff like that, but it definitely makes it more difficult. GT1, so this was you. I didn't even pay attention to who that other dog was. I just passed him and didn't pay attention. Pretty much that's what happens when you talk. It's either the GT40 or the Venturi, I don't know. So we will pit on the next lap. Hooray for our last pit stop. And we have not spun out on this set of tires, so that's good. We can just go one more lap. It'd be nice if we wouldn't spin out the rest of the race. I just don't know if we can manage it or not. Oh man, speaking of which, at least we kind of made up for it on that corner. Oh yeah, those rear tires. Going crazy. So 19 and a half minutes. And they need to take extra care on these two corners, especially this one. But we got it. We got this. So that's looking like 94 to 95 laps still. Probably 94. More like it. Can we get 15 laps done in 19 minutes? We might be able to. It'll be hard though. Took no breaks at all in this race. I kind of just want to get through it though. I don't want to hit that wall, gosh. Just as you have to be careful when your tires are red, you know, when they're all burned out and hot and everything. You gotta also be careful when they're blue and cold, because you can spin out easily there too. But it doesn't take long to warm up with racing soft. Not even one lap in, we're already warmed up very nicely. Actually took those two curves very nicely. Very great. And then I botched that, so yay. We lost a whole second pretty much. Well, at least I get to say who this was again, because I didn't pay attention last time. Looks like it's the Victor. Oh, the good handling from nice brand new tires. Yep, it was the Victor. The good old Victor, who's gonna mess me up right here, I bet you. And I'm not gonna be able to turn at all. If I hit the brakes early. Yeah, hitting the brakes early kind of helped. Yeah, that worked just fine. And then this other guy is the GT1 here. And the GT1s may not even have to pit for the rest of the race. No more often than they pit. I mean, seriously. I don't know, they might all have one more pit stop. One more pit stop. And great, I'm going to be the same place with you as I was with that Victor. A pretty good lap. I'll mess it up anyway. I don't know why they take those corners so slowly. The AI just is not as aggressive as I am. Slid around that corner. So who is this? Is this the other GT1 or is this the GT40? I don't remember seeing the GT40 in a while. Could it be that far behind the GT1s now? I have a feeling this may be the other GT1. Mobile. Glad that I actually did that curve right. The thing about doing these long races is a lot of times there's just nothing to talk about for 2 hours straight, you know. There's always something to deal with. I actually kind of like the way that Renault GT4 did his endurance races when he did an LP of this game like 5 years ago. You know, of course, then you only had a 15-minute time limit on YouTube. You could not have extra time like you can now. Hi, Venturi. And he showed like the first, 10 to 15 minutes of the race, and then he would speed up the whole rest of the race until the last lap. Which I thought was pretty cool. But now I think in his more recent playthroughs of Gran Turismo, I think he, since the time limit has changed over the years, and now you don't have a time limit, I think he does like I'm doing and uploads the whole race. It's just with me, I can't think of anything to say over 2 hours. Can't think of anything to say. It takes so long to do a playthrough of one of these games, which I don't expect GT3 to take near as long. But it will take a while as well. And then Gran Turismo 4 is going to take, oh my heavens. It probably is very well going to be a lot longer than this game even. I would expect. Stomach's growling, I need to eat something. It's another thing, I will need to eat something before work. So another reason I'm kind of in a hurry, because it's going to take me like 15 more minutes to finish this race, finish this video, and then and then that's only going to give me like 10 minutes to eat something and dress and get ready for work. So that's not much time. Stupid sky had oversleep. Gosh, how dare I do such a thing? Now I won't get off till like after. Well, no, I should get off before 11 because I don't think I close tonight anyway. I close tomorrow night. Yeah. Which those of you that really follow me, you know that I am a math teacher and I work Pizza Hut on weekends, or every other weekend now. I used to work a lot more, but I have cut down. And I am going to be starting college classes in the fall to start my master's degree. Which, by the time this is uploaded, probably will be the fall. I would assume. A few more minutes. GT40. Kind of hard to tell if you're in front or behind the GT1s now. I'm assuming you're behind. Am I right or am I wrong? Oh wow, we just now hit 6th gear at 180. Almost this whole race, we may have gotten to 6th gear once or twice. Well, I definitely could have gone better, I think. Oh, pass it. Don't hit the wall. Don't mess me up. Yeah, there aren't many good passing opportunities on this track. It's like there's a curve everywhere, And the only place I can pass them really is a curve because they all are faster than me on the straightaways. You reckon that I could just sit there until 2 hours is up and you think I'd still win? I think you'd probably have to do at least 90 laps. I don't know how many laps the GT1 will get done. Surely about 90 though, 88 to 90. Yep, so we got sub 112 only one, or sub 113 only one time. I don't even remember what lap number that was. I think it was with the prior set of tires though. Seriously, is one thing I probably could do is after finishing after finishing this lap, I could probably literally sit there for like 6 minutes and wait, wait till the 2 hours and probably still win. But what fun would that be, What fun would that be? I want to see how much I can do. I wonder how many laps I would have got done with the BP Renault. Of course, if I'd done it first, I would know. Back to overlap somebody else. Looks like the Victor. The Victor, not the Victor. Although if I was driving it, it might be the Victor. I'd like to think so. Pretty decent lap. I can't argue with a 114. Oh wow, perfect pass, wow. And then of course you're gonna not just let me by, are you, Victor? You're gonna have to be rude. Oh, Victor. So yeah, I think tonight after if I get off early enough, I may try to record a little more, maybe at least get the Honda one-make races done. It'd be nice to knock those out of the way. And then maybe even the GT500. So then all we'll have is the rally, the GT World, and the Grand Valley Speedway Enduro. Hard to believe we're knocking on the door of the end of this. I just had to screw that up. Of course, we got arcade mode, but I don't expect that really to take very long. A few parts. A few not very long parts, not like these. Shouldn't have any parts on that are really much longer than 30 minutes, I would expect. Depends on how I divided it. I'm thinking about doing it by tracks, doing like 3 or 4 tracks of video. If I did that, that wouldn't take long at all, I wouldn't think. GT1. Oh wow, you're gonna let me pass you. Easy. That's nice. Thank you. You're so kind. So yeah, we should be able to get 2 more laps done. Barely. If we do start lap 95, I would think that it would be right before the 2 hours was up. That's kind of how this is going to end up working out, I think. Yeah, at the end of lap 94, we are going to be pretty much at 2 hours. Yeah, 1 minute and 20 seconds left by the time we cross this, probably. Yeah, 1 minute, 22 seconds. Time for 1 more lap plus another 7 seconds, which is silly. Now, we might as well see if we can do 95 laps, I guess. Really no good reason to. Just to think, we almost are getting all 99 of these with this minivan. I just can't get over that. It is just awesome. You can't deny it. Alright, we start our final lap. We have like 5 to 7 seconds left. So this will be the last lap, because it's just now hit 2 hours. So yeah, whatever lap you're on after it hits 2 hours, that's going to be your final lap. Like the race didn't just end right now, you know. And everybody else is going to be finished before I am. Like that car behind me, which was the GT1, I believe, it finished. That doesn't mean that it's going to be first or anything. Man, that would suck, wouldn't it? If that was the case, you definitely will wait at the finish line until 2 hours. But yeah, fortunately, the game knows what it's doing. And nothing that silly happens. Okay, so take our time around this final curve. And voila, we are there. That was a pretty bad last lap. And I love how it doesn't say racing. 6 laps behind. So how many laps would that be? So I guess they do 89 laps. Oh wow, the Venturi actually beat the GT40. Wow. I really did not expect that. The Vector M12 was last. Wow, that GT40, I was talking about how ironic it was, how it was leading everybody, you know, and it was the cheapest one. I really am proud of how well it did, though. That's pretty cool. Oh, man, that car is so cool. Look at that. Look at that minivan next to that GT1. Ah. Just incredible. Of course, I get them on all the corners. They get me on the straights, I got them on the corners. Oh, definitely such a unique car. Such a unique car. Look at us battling. Pretty interesting first lap. I think that's one reason the GT40 did so well, though, is it got ahead of everybody at the beginning. It was not really in the brawl that all the other cars engaged in. But yeah, that's that. That is that. 95 laps. 300,000. Almost get us back up to 4 million. Let's see what car we won here. Hopefully we won the car that I wanted to win, but I'm not going to have my hopes too high. Because I know how this game is. 237 days. I got it! Oh, game, I love you. Oh, I got this. I love this car, y'all. I love it. Yes, I'm so happy. Oh, this is amazing, y'all. What a great way to end the video. No information, but... Well, this has been great. It's been great. I don't have to do Rome 2 hours again, so that's good. I guess I could if I wanted to. The other car you'd win is the Toyota Corolla rally car, which I don't think is near as good as the Toyota Celica rally car I have. It's not worth as much anyway. But so I don't really see that necessary to try to get. Although it is a cool little car. But y'all, we are going to stop right here. I want to thank y'all very much for watching. This has been Sky Hurricane. Hope you have a super awesome blessed day. And as always, my friends, stay awesome. Goodbye, y'all.